Regardless of what state we live in, all of us should be free to live consistently with our faith. Whether you live in Colorado or California or Florida or New York, it shouldn't matter. The right to speak freely is guaranteed to all of us. As a Christian artist, I want to create freely and create messages that glorify and honor God. And for me, this means designing for weddings and telling the story of a couple through God's lens of marriage. But the state of Colorado is forcing me to celebrate messages about marriages that are inconsistent with my faith. There's a lot of misconceptions about my case and what it is that I'm asking for. I love everyone, and my faith has taught me to love everyone. And I have worked with those who identify as LGBT. There are just certain messages that I cannot promote because of my faith. What I'm asking the Supreme Court to weigh in on and to protect this fall is the right for all of us to be able to speak freely. My name is Lorie Smith, and I'm the owner of 303 Creative in Denver, Colorado, and I am a graphic and website designer. I have always been a creative person, and I've always enjoyed art and creating things. Growing up, I had some incredible parents who were also entrepreneurs and small business owners, and I had the opportunity of working with my mom in her small boutique growing up. And it was at that point in my childhood that I got to see her pour everything that she had into this business. Some people think that graphic design is just about using templates, and that's not at all true for me, at least. The clients that are looking to work with me are looking for something unique and one of a kind and unlike anything else out there. I love interacting with each and every client, and for me, the most important part of what I do is to get to know my clients and create that relationship and rapport. I worked for several years in the corporate world, and I learned that I really just did not have a passion for the things that I was creating, and my artwork suffered. So ultimately, that's what led to me starting 303 Creative. And I decided to choose the name 303 because 303 is the Denver metro area code. I attended high school in the area, and that's where I met my now husband. When I got married, we had opportunities to leave the state, several opportunities, and we just decided that as Colorado natives, we wanted to remain rooted here. I have not always been a believer in Jesus Christ. My faith journey began as a result of losing somebody very dear to me. And I struggle with this question. If a good God exists, how come bad things happen to good people? And so I sort of set on this journey to really disprove the existence of God and started attending church regularly to equip my arsenal of evidence to prove that this good God really didn't exist, only to learn that the Lord was really working on me and he had other plans. So what was happening is the Lord was chipping away this sort of calloused outer heart every Sunday that I was going, and ultimately proved himself to be an incredible, wonderful God. And it was at that time that I made a decision. And that decision was that I was going to spend the rest of my life glorifying and honoring him, whether it be through my relationships or the things that I create, but all glory and honor will be his moving forward. The day that I filed my case was a really dark day for me. One of my neighbors felt it appropriate to put my address on social media. Unfortunately, my husband was traveling during this time, so I was home alone, there as a mom protecting her daughter, and I was fearful of every car that drove by because I was terrified that someone would carry out with the threats that I received and read via email. For me, my faith is what has brought me through this. I hold on to the promises of God, and I know that he has called me to this. I recognize that this is an incredible opportunity That's rare for most, and I'm so grateful. This case is not just about Lorie Smith and 303 Creative. This case is about all Americans. We must be free to live and work in alignment with our beliefs. So I'm grateful and certainly hopeful, and we're all looking forward to a victory.